Right now, we're hitting pretty much a third wave of reasons to stay home, and obviously, during that period of time, having a way to be entertained is essential. The problem is that at the same time, it's not like if the economy is going through a great time, so spending thousands of dollars on a TV is not necessarily what most people are looking for. So yes, the world is full of great and expensive offerings that extend from 8K to OLED, but we're talking thousands of dollars in each investment. If you can dive into that, I can offer a couple of recommendations on those categories. Now, for the rest of us looking for a TV in the hundreds of dollars range, there's actually never been a better time to buy. If you're looking for the best bang for the buck TV that you can buy right now, I think we have it right here. This is the Hisense H8G Quantum, one of the products we've covered back at CES 2020, and the successor to one of my favorite TVs last year. The thing is, if last year's variant was already great, this year I'm still trying to understand how they were able to cram all the features this TV includes for one of the most aggressive price tags that you can find in the market right now. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's dive into our full review. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why was this one of my favorite TVs last year and this year as well? And I think it has a lot to do with the attention to detail that Hisense provides, in addition to just how much they cram into products for the money. Let me begin this video by telling you what I like about this TV. Honestly, my favorite element is the overall thoughtfulness of this design. This is not a heavy TV by any means. The whole concept of unboxing it and moving it from place to place is something you won't need help for, as it only weighs 44 pounds. I also really like essentials, like the fact that you don't need to buy new furniture because you have the flexibility of two options for the stand. The overall design is quite elegant, with nearly invisible bezels on the sides, attention to detail even on the legs to help you with cable management. But honestly, my favorite is just the amount of ports you have here. We're talking 4 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, Ethernet, audio out options, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth connectivity, etc. Now let's talk about the specifications and why this TV matters. I want you to do yourself a favor and just look around for how much it costs for you to buy any Quantum TV in the market right now. Last year, the Samsung Q90R I reviewed was in the thousands of dollars range, and the plural is accurate. The reason I awarded this TV at CES is that getting Quantum for hundreds of dollars is not easy to find. This is the 65-inch 4K ULED that's powered by the company's Highview engine to deliver the Quantum color we mentioned, provides Dolby Vision, HDR10, supports full array local dimming with up to 90 zones for great contrast, offers motion rate 240 though the TV is rated for 60 Hz, and can go up to 700 nits of peak brightness, though I've heard experts have been able to push it even higher. Also, its two built-in 10-watt speakers are pretty crisp and support Dolby audio. This is the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. The results are really good. I noticed far better reproduction of blacks and punchy color all around. Maybe where I struggle a bit is with the accuracy of certain colors that I feel are a bit too intense, but things that you can tinker with in the settings. For this price, I'd say you'll have a hard time finding a better panel, and the micro-thin bezels make the viewing experience pretty immersive. If you're looking for information on measurements, performance, and stuff, I'm not going to bore you. There is a full video from Caleb on Digital Trends that does an amazing job in giving you everything you need to know about how this TV performs in scientific testing. From a consumer standpoint, I focus mostly on the user experience, and there's a lot to like here. First of all, this is Android TV, which I thought was going to be already renamed to Google TV on third-party offerings, but maybe that'll happen later. If you're a fan of the Nest Hub and just what Google does with smart displays, then think of this as pretty much a very large smart display that's also a Chromecast. The user interface is pretty much straightforward, with stacks that are determined by whatever service you're selecting. If you're into Netflix or YouTube, that comes pre-installed. And the stacks will recommend content for you to watch, though I can't say it necessarily tailors to what I normally watch. Though if you install any of the services in the Play Store, these will be stacked at the top. And again, since this is a smart display, you also get the Google Assistant built in, which is an easy toggle from the remote control. You can use it to call on specific shows you watch, or use it as a hub to control your smart devices at home. The remote provides quick shortcuts to services and has the typical Android navigation buttons for you to quickly move around from service to service. Like a Chromecast, you can also set the TV to work as a wallpaper while not in use, which I find pretty cool. Another thing that I praise about this TV is how it scales content. Most people are concerned over how 1080p content will scale to 4K, but because of how smart this TV is, it does an amazing job every single time. I've actually noticed that the switch will look kind of fuzzy in the menus on any TV, but then scales properly once the gameplay has begun. So no worries, even if you're watching old school videos on YouTube, the results are fantastic. But you knew it was coming. There's no such thing as a perfect product. So let me begin telling you why I'm mixed with this TV. The first being actually Android TV. As much as I praise Google's approach to content, I've become too spoiled by TVs from Samsung and LG that will not yank you out of your content if you want to see what else is playing. And yes, I understand that old TVs would theoretically do the same thing when you switch channels, but then the difference is that you wouldn't have to waste seconds waiting for a logo to load from any app. While we're talking Android TV, my second reason to be mixed is user switching. I wish it was easier. My recommendation is create a general family account so that you don't have any issues with people forgetting to switch to their profiles. Even if content is not necessarily tailored to you, some of the things you do will affect the recommendations you'll get on your phone later. That actually leads me to another reason, which is this controller and how large it is. If you haven't cut the cord, then the numbers at the top make a lot of sense for you to jump into your favorite channels if you remember the number. But if you have cut the cord, like in my case, they are kind of useless. I'd prefer a smaller controller unless more useful options like a curated keyboard are included. I really don't know what's taken these companies so long to do that. And also, there is no HDMI 2.1. You can connect a PC to it or any of the new generation consoles just fine, but you won't be able to take full advantage of everything they can do. To conclude, I think it's important for us to go back to my initial premise. If you've got thousands of dollars to invest on a TV, then great. We can recommend a few of those if that's what you're after. This TV is for the rest of us that are looking for the best bang for the buck or would rather buy more than one TV at an aggressive price. The Hisense H8G Quantum is actually really easy to recommend. I know that there are a ton of other options out there, but very few nail the amount of features offered here at this price range of just hundreds of dollars. Quantum dot imagery, Dolby, Smart HDR, and a design like this doesn't come cheap. The fact that the company was able to bring a ton of the features of their H9 series to their more affordable model is crazy. Yes, it's not perfect, I have a few reasons why I'm mixed, but if you think of it, there's nothing that I could really say that I don't like, and even in the cases where I am mixed, it's Android TV, which is just a software update away from being ideal, at least in my opinion. Thing about it is, I feel this TV is a really good buy. Let us know what you think about the Hisense H8G Quantum in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow me on my personal handles to see me continue to test more TVs, because that's what I love to do. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.